Hello, Mary, on Instagram. Again, we are on Instagram Second Life and on a Matrix meeting room on Jitsi. A lot of options for people to join in, so that's why, if those are watching me live on Instagram, why I look down at my computer screen now and then. That's because I'm reading comments and stuff on my computer screen from the people on Second Life and on the Matrix meeting room. Okay, well, it's a little bit past 10 p.m. here in Norway. Let's get started. Welcome to our heart-braincoherence session, as we do every Monday. Every Monday also a different theme. And today I want to talk about understanding meditation, because there are different understandings of what meditation actually is. And I would say none of it is really wrong, but just to put things in perspective, you can look at meditation in two different ways. You can see it as the activity, as doing something that brings you into a meditative state. A lot of people compare meditation to that, or see meditation as an activity, as something you do. A deeper meaning behind, a deeper understanding is the being in a meditative state in itself, because that's the goal ultimately. And being in meditation, so being in a meditative state, is something different and doing an activity. Being in a meditative state is your state of being. I often talk about that because that's so important in the work we do with the Transformational Meditation Group. When we talk about transformation and manifestation, our state of being is very important. And we, like the heart-brain-coherence technique we talk about it like it is meditation, but actually it is a self-regulating technique that can bring you into a meditative state. And that meditative state, what is that meditative state? That state of being we are in? Well, that is a state where you actually observe yourself, your existence, your experience. And when you are in a meditative state, you will notice that you are not your body, you are not your mind, you are not your thoughts, you are not your feelings. All of a sudden you step away from that and you become the observer of your being, of your life. And when we do our deep meditation sessions, you will notice and learn that when we are in that deep meditative state, that this is basically a state of pure consciousness. I can share one experience that really opened my eyes and heart for this work. And it was that I got into such a deep meditative state for the first time, that I felt that I was pure consciousness, and I can only describe that as being a dot. I was a white little speck of consciousness in a vast field of nothing. Around me was absolutely nothing, and I could sense nothing. I could only sense myself as being that little speck of potential. And all of a sudden, I wanted to get back. And I came to the understanding, as I got back, I noticed that my consciousness was creating the world around me. That it was my consciousness that was manipulating the information in that field of nothing, because we say nothing, but it is actually a field full of potential information. So by getting back, I noticed I became conscious and aware of not only being pure consciousness myself, but also become aware of the information in that field. And all of a sudden I saw galaxies, I saw planets evolving. Everything I knew from my memory, my mind, everything I had a relationship to with that information in that field became real. So it went on from planets, galaxies, etc. It went on to planets, and then I saw the Earth, and I noticed that even my consciousness became aware of a rainforest with a lot of trees, and it became more and more detailed and more back into our 3D reality, basically. But that experience of being pure consciousness, being in such a deep meditative state where you just begin to realize, begin to understand that your reality is basically your state of being, your consciousness, what you create with your consciousness. And actually, quantum physics acknowledges this. There's this fun experiment called the double slit experiment, where we see that our consciousness actually influences the result of the experiment. And if we are not aware or not conscious of what is going on with that experiment, then we get a different result. So if you never heard of the double slit experiment and quantum mechanics or quantum physics, go to Google and find that, the double slit experiment. Great. Yeah, so that is basically what I want to talk about today. That is this, the understanding of meditation is. So we have the activity, as many people understand it, doing a meditation technique, getting yourself into a meditative state, and we have the state of being that is called meditative state, which is, of course, much more interesting and actually the goal we want to get to. I also want to tell you something about biofeedback devices, and especially those that try to manipulate your brain waves. There are devices on the market that claim to get you into a meditation state or meditative state by manipulating your brain waves. That's not true. Actually, what happens is that we measure brain waves when we are in a meditative state. Brain waves that are really slow. There are different frequencies depending on how deep your meditative state is, but your brain waves slow down. It is not automatically that if we forcefully, with an external source, slow our brain waves down, that we get into a meditative state. So that's also another understanding you have to understand, that meditation, the state of being when you are in a meditative state, cannot be produced by slowing down your brain waves externally. Slower brain waves is just the effect or the result of you getting into a deeper meditative state. So notice that. And biofeedback devices, we use them in our workshops as well, where we measure our heart rate variability, for example. Those just measure, and they say something about your state of being, about your physiology basically, but it is always the result of something, and it is that you are in a meditative state. But if I externally begin to regulate my heart rate variability, that doesn't automatically say that brings me in a meditative state. That doesn't work that way. So there. Great. Let's get started with a session. I have a good tip for you. If you are going to start your vacation, your summer vacation, your summer holiday soon, and you have nowhere to go, or you just want to relax at home, then I want to suggest that you go to our website, tmd.community, and find our 7-day meditation challenge. And the 7-day meditation challenge is a nice way to start your meditation practice. If you've never done a meditation practice, if you want to start a daily meditation practice, then the 7-day meditation challenge is for you. You will learn the heart-brain-coherence technique, and you will learn tips and tricks about how you can set up a daily practice. and keep it fun as well. So actually a great way to start, or a great time to start, is during those transitions from working every day, having a lot to do, to actually calming down and starting a vacation. Then thinking about trying to start your meditation practice might be a good idea. And then you can, when you start working again, try to incorporate that in your working weeks. Okay, and for today, let's just start with a meditation. Let's just start with our heart-brain-coherence technique for those that are new, and then you can get a feel for it already. I will explain everything on the way. And just sit down and relax. Nothing strange I'm going to say, except for one thing, and that is breathing through your heart. I will ask you to breathe through your heart, which of course is not possible physically. But focusing on your heart in that way has a very good effect, which I will explain to you in a moment. So let's get started. Find a comfortable position. Make sure you have good enough support. If you had some background music close by, you can turn it on right now. The live sessions are without music. The recordings are always with background music, just to give you that little extra. That said, it's just as fine to do a meditation without any music. Just become aware of the sounds around you, for example. Just as well. Okay, let's start by centering ourselves. Find a comfortable position. Move your body a little bit back and forth. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Lower your shoulders, loosen your jaw. Close your eyes. Take another nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Let the day go. Try to relax even more. Feel yourself getting centered. Breathe all the way out before you breathe in again through your nose. All the way in. Fill those lungs with air and breathe out through your mouth. And you can sigh a little bit. And let the day go and center even more and settle down. Breathe normally. And try to breathe a little slower and a little deeper. A little slower and a little deeper. You can try a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Or whatever feels comfortable for you. Just as long as it is a little slower and a little deeper than usual. Also notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. So maybe you feel your breath the most in your nostrils, or maybe you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat, or maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy. Just notice where in your body you feel your breath the most. Put your awareness, put your attention on that point in your body where you feel your breath the most. And try to follow your breath as you are breathing through that point. Breathing in Notice the warmer air as you breathe out. Focus on your breath. Try to follow your breath as you breathe through that point. And if you notice during the silent parts of this session that your mind starts to wander off, that your thoughts are all over the place, that's okay. It's just good that you notice that, because then you can, without any judgment, get back to your breath. Now I want you to move that focus point into your heart space. So move your focus to your heart space. You can help by putting your hand on your chest, right there where your heart is. And then I want you to imagine that you are breathing through your heart. Just imagine that you are breathing in through your heart and out through your heart. In through your heart and out through your heart. So keep breathing through your heart, nice and calm, nice and slow. And focusing and breathing through your heart in this way gives a very balanced heart rhythm. A heart rhythm that goes up and down in a very nice balanced way. And since our heart is connected to our nervous system, and our nervous system is connected to our other organs, especially the brain, we start to get balance in our nervous system as well as the organs attached to our nervous system. It's like all your organs are part of a big orchestra, and by tuning your heart, by balancing your heart rhythm, you also are balancing the rhythm all your organs in your body play with. So keep breathing through your heart. And as you do that, I want you to think back about a time in your life where you felt joy, appreciation, or gratitude, or care, or compassion. So think back about a time in your life where you felt joy, appreciation, gratitude, care, compassion. This could be anything. This could be from yesterday, something from last week, something from many years ago. It could be a gift you received you were so grateful for. It could be a hike in nature and you were looking out over the landscape and you appreciated what you saw so much. This could be the care you feel for a loved one, a friend, or a pet. So think back about a time in your life where you felt joy, appreciation, gratitude, care, or compassion. And as you breathe through your heart, I want you to relive that moment inside of you. Relive it inside of you as if it is happening right now. And make it as real as possible. Create a strong inner experience. Not only see it happening in front of you, really see and sense it happening all around you again. And what did you feel? You feel those emotions, those feelings again of care, joy, or appreciation, gratitude, compassion, whatever it is. Feel it with your whole body. Make it as real as possible. Live that moment as if it is happening right now, and let every cell in your body vibrate with that feeling. Breathe through your heart. Make that inner experience as real as possible. And it's okay if you notice a smile on your face. It's okay if you notice a warm feeling going through your body, or a light feeling, some people call it as well. It's just your body reacting to the inner experience. Our body doesn't know the difference between an experience that comes from inside of us or an experience that comes outside of us. It's all the same. And the more real you can create that inner experience, the more effective your body reacts to it. Breathe through your heart and even replay that experience over and over again if you must. And we create these feelings and emotions, or we create this experience inside of us to make our body react in the same way as it did at that time. So if you're happy, if you're grateful, if you feel compassion and care, our body is out of that stress, out of that flight and fight modus, and it's in repair modus, it's in a regenerative state. Happy hormones flow to our body and repair our cells. Our immune system gets a boost. Bad cells, negative cells, or dead cells get removed more efficiently. And that special heart rhythm we have now just increases that effect even more. Okay, very good. Now on your next out breath, I want you to relax into that moment. Don't generate more feelings or stress about it, just relax into it. So breathe out, lower your shoulders even more, and try to relax into that state of being, into that feeling you have now, into that moment. And as you do that, you might even notice that this exaggerates the experience even more, that it makes it even more intense just by relaxing into it. Some people notice it by that their smile gets even bigger, that they feel more warmth going through their body. Okay, now let's slowly get back. Breathe normally. And notice and sense the room you are in right now. And notice and sense any sounds in the room you are in. Become more aware of your surroundings. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, move your body back and forth and from side to side. And maybe wiggle with your fingers and toes. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. Welcome back. Great work, everyone. You can type back in the chat when you are back. Or just relax and notice the difference, how you feel now compared to before you started the session. Well done. Great. Thank you, everyone, for joining. We'll be back next week with a different theme. If you have suggestions, questions, contact me and I will try to answer you as good as possible and maybe take the theme or the question with me to the next session. So again, if you are starting your holiday soon, I want to give you a tip. Go to our website, tmg.community. If you want to know the link more in detail, go to our podcast and you find the links there as well. Or go to the link in my profile on Instagram and on Second Life. There you will find the link to our website as well. Find there on the website the 7-day meditation challenge. We have them both in English and in Norwegian for those that are from Norway. And that is a perfect way to start a meditation practice, a daily meditation practice, if you haven't started one yet and want to try it. And we take this technique that we did just right now, a self-regulating technique, as the basis for that 7-day meditation challenge. So feel free to do that. Feel free to subscribe there. It's free. So not only feel free, but it is free. And you can do it on your own pace. So you don't have to do every day one session, though I would recommend that. But you can also do everything at once or one every week or whatever. That's up to you. But you get access to all the sessions at once. And have fun with it. I hope to see you back next week. Have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your evening and week. Take good care and namaste. Be safe.